Okay, so you're looking to get a real grip on English conversation, right?
Yeah.
And you want to do it quickly, effectively.
Yeah, no messing around. That's what this deep dive is all about.
Today, we're really digging into some essential techniques to get those English conversations started, especially if you're fairly new to it.
And we're using a great source for this. It's a script from the English Made Easy podcast. They're known for, really practical advice.
Mm-hmm.
This one's called Essential English Conversation Techniques for Beginners. It was originally for their YouTube channel. We're basically pulling out the core ideas for you.
Exactly. So our mission here is pretty simple. Give you some tools, like actual practical things you can use to start conversations. Keep them going a bit and feel, well, a bit more confident doing it.
Okay, so where do we start? What's the first step, according to this script?
Right. The script kicks things off with something that seems basic but is apparently super important. Small talk.
Small talk, yeah. It sometimes gets a bad rap, like it's just, meaningless chatter.
But the source argues it's actually vital. It's how you ease into things, break the ice.
Make that first little connection without diving deep immediately. And, research actually backs this up. Those little exchanges, they lower anxiety, build a tiny bit of trust.
Makes sense.
And the script gives 3 super easy examples. Things like, "Hi, how are you?
Standard.
Nice weather today, isn't it?
Classic.
And do you come here often? If you're just somewhere like a cafe."
Yeah, they seem almost too simple, but maybe that's the point.
That's exactly it. They're low risk.
Yeah.
And the actionable advice is key here.
What's that?
Just try one. Next time you're waiting somewhere, maybe in line, just pick one, smile, say it.
And see what happens.
Yeah. The script suggests most people will respond positively, and boom, conversation started.
Okay, so we've broken the ice with small talk, but how do we, keep it from just dying out right there?
Good question. That leads right into the next point from the script, asking simple questions.
Right, moving beyond just the hello.
Exactly. And critically, the script highlights using open-ended questions.
So not just questions that get a yes or no.
Precisely.
Yeah.
You want to invite more detail. The script gives examples like, what do you like to do in your free time?
Okay, that's a good one.
Or how was your day? A bit more involved than good day.
Yeah.
And where are you from? That usually opens up a bit of a story.
And is there a trick to using these beyond just asking them?
Well, the script points out something pretty fundamental. People generally like talking about themselves, or at least sharing a bit.
Sure.
So if you ask these questions, and then this is important, you actually listen to the answer and maybe comment on it.
The conversation can flow more naturally. You're not just firing questions.
Exactly. You're showing interest, building on what they say.
Which sounds a lot like the next technique the English Made Easy script talks about, what they call a game changer.
Active listening, yeah.
It's not just waiting for your turn to talk.
No, it's about really turning in, being present. The script has this neat little example. If someone says, "I love cooking."
Instead of just, "Oh, nice."
Right. You say something like, "That's awesome. What's your favorite dish to make?" See the difference?
Yeah, totally. It shows you actually heard them and you're curious. Makes the whole thing feel more, real.
Exactly. More meaningful. It signals you're invested, not just going through conversational motions.
Okay, that makes sense one-on-one. But what about, say, in a group? How does active listening work then? You can't respond to everyone directly.
That's a really good point. In a group, it might look a bit different. Maybe it's more about nonverbal stuff.
Like nodding, making eye contact with the speaker.
Yeah, exactly. Or maybe summarizing a point someone made before adding your own, showing you've tracked the conversation.
So it's about contributing to that engaged atmosphere, even if you're not in a direct back and forth.
Precisely. Okay, let's shift gears a bit. Let's talk about something that holds a lot of learners back.
Oh, I think I know where this is going. Mistakes.
Yeah, the fear of making mistakes.
It's huge. But the English Made Easy source is really reassuring on this.
It is. It basically says, look, everyone makes mistakes. Even native speakers trip over their words.
Absolutely. I do it all the time.
So the key thing is, don't panic when it happens.
Easier said than done sometimes, but yeah.
Well, the script gives you tools, like actual phrases to use.
Okay, like what?
If you forget a word, just ask, how do you say whatever the idea is in English?
Simple enough. Takes the pressure off needing to know everything.
Right. Or if you didn't catch something, instead of just nodding, say, "I'm still learning. Could you repeat that?"
And people are usually pretty understanding, right?
Totally. The script emphasizes that most people appreciate the effort you're making. Asking for help isn't weakness. It's actually like smart communication.
Okay, so we've got starting points, keeping it going, listening well, handling hiccups. But none of this works without actually doing it, I guess.
You nailed it. That's the final big point from the source. Practice makes progress. Consistent practice.
It always comes back to practice, doesn't it?
It really does. And the script suggests 3 specific ways to practice. First, shadowing.
Shadowing. What's that?
It's basically repeating what you hear, like listen to an English video or podcast and try to say it right after, mimicking the sounds and rhythm.
Okay. Like an echo. Good for pronunciation, I bet.
And flow, yeah. And also helps you kind of absorb sentence patterns naturally.
Cool. What's the second one?
Language exchange. So actually talking to someone, a language partner, maybe someone you know, or using one of those apps like Tandem.
Real-time conversation practice.
Yeah.
Putting the theory into action.
Exactly. And the third one is maybe a bit less obvious.
Go on.
Talking to yourself.
Really?
Yeah. Like just narrate your day out loud. Okay, now I'm making coffee. Stuff like that.
Yeah. I guess that's low-pressure practice for forming sentences.
Totally. Gets you comfortable just making the sounds, finding the words. The main point really is just speak.
The more you do it, the easier it gets.
It becomes more automatic, more natural. You're building that conversational muscle.
Okay, so let's quickly recap the key takeaways from this English Made Easy script deep dive.
All right. We started with small talk. Don't underestimate its power to just get things started.
Then, asking simple, open-ended questions to keep the ball rolling. Things like, what do you like? Or, how was...
Followed by active listening, really paying attention and responding in a way that shows you're engaged. Remember the cooking example.
Yeah, the game changer. And handling mistakes, don't freak out. Just have a phrase ready like, how do you say, or could you repeat that?
Oh. And finally, practice, practice, practice. Shadowing, language exchange, even talking to yourself. Just keep using the language.
So building on that, the script actually issues a specific challenge, doesn't it?
It does. It's simple but effective. This week, try to start just one English conversation using some of these ideas.
Just one. That feels doable.
Totally. Give it a shot. See how it feels, what works for you, what's maybe still a bit tricky.
Because every single conversation, even a short one, is a step forward. Right?
Exactly. That's the final thought from the source, and it's a good one. Every conversation is a step toward fluency. Keep taking those steps.
You'll get there.